The private information of Indians who registered on the CoWIN app for getting their COVID 19 vaccination appears to have been leaked. We are talking about the data of lakhs of citizens in the hands of private players in what appears to be a major breach of data. So, what kind of data are we talking about? Whose data has been leaked? Who can access this and how? I'll give you all the details. A Telegram bot has been giving away the details of individuals who registered for the COVID 19 vaccination on the CoWIN app. This includes details such as the name of the person, their phone number, date of birth, passport, and Aadhaar numbers, including the location where they availed their first COVID 19 vaccination. We're talking about the data of lakhs of individuals, including some very prominent names. TNM used the bot and entered the mobile numbers of several politicians cutting across political parties, including DMK MP Kanimuri, Congress MP Karthi Chidambaram, Tamil Nadu BJP President K. Annamalai, Telangana's Minister of Information and Communication Technology KTR, and former Union Minister of Health Harshvardhan from the BJP. All of them had given their passport details for registering for vaccination. And yes, we were able to confirm with all except Harshvardhan that their details were in fact authentic. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaia's chief advisor Prabhakar had registered for the vaccination with his Aadhaar number. He confirmed with us that the last four digits of his Aadhaar given out by the bot were in fact authentic. So who can access the information and how? Anyone who joins the Telegram channel or can access the details from the bot. TNM had joined the channel and it had offered two options. One was to key in their phone number or their Aadhaar number. If the phone number was in the system, then the details came as the next text message. Here it is important to note that the bot was initially giving out the entire Aadhaar number of the individuals who were being searched, but later it only started providing the last four digits of the Aadhaar. The bot gave the details of all the individuals for whom the registration was done under one CoWIN ID. For example, in Kanimuri's case, her son's passport number was also made available. A TNM journalist who had registered for three people's vaccination under her CoWIN registration ID also confirmed that all the three individuals' details were in fact precise. The story was first broken by Reshma Ashokam, a reporter with the Fourth News, a Malayalam news portal. The reporter had accessed information about Ram Sevak Sharma, the chairman of CoWIN High Power Panel, Kerala's Health Minister Veena George, Congress's General Secretary Venugopal, and the Union Minister of State for Culture Meenakshi Lekhi. This isn't the first time that a data breach with regards to CoWIN has been reported. So what's been the government's response? The Union government had previously issued a statement saying that CoWIN is completely safe. The government also added that all the reports of data breach were baseless and mischievous, and that the Health Ministry had even appealed to the Indian Computer Emergency Response Team to look into it and file a report. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, Union Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology, tweeted saying that the CoWIN app has not been directly breached. He said that the data that is being accessed by the bot was from a threat actor database which has been populated with previously stolen or breached data. So why is this data breach concerning? Listen to what the experts have to say.
I think this is one of the largest databases concerning individuals' health data. It's pretty much every adult's data as equivalent to as massive as an electoral database across the country. But it also has identity details like other numbers and phone numbers, right? Now, the Minister of State for Information Technology, Raju Chandrasekhar, says that this was not entirely a CoWIN breach, but some past data breach that has taken place and is being collated. But we think if this past data breach ever has happened, it has happened in the CoWIN ecosystem, right? Like because part of CoWIN vaccination, they allowed private apps to also allow you to do a booking. But it's unlikely that so many political figures, bureaucrats, and normal people were using the same app. So it's likely a core breach within the CoWIN database, which has led to, which pretty much makes it clear that every other Indian who received a vaccine, including children, could have lost their data, which means it's next only to an Aadhaar database. It's fairly clear that the government has no control over how large scale data bases are functioning in India. It's not the first time we are seeing large scale data breaches. It has happened in the past with Aadhaar. They have happened with so many other private sector databases as well. But we haven't seen any large scale mobilization in terms of government machinery like the Indian Computer Emergency Response Team actually stepping in, telling us what happened, and telling what steps they are taking to protect us, right? Irrespective of a data protection law, cybersecurity has been part of government's mandate as back as early 2000s, but they have failed us continuously, and they are not investing enough in terms of both economic resources and governance resources to address this challenge. We know that unsafe code is problematic, it leads to data breaches, but lack of data accountability mechanisms like audits. There are no cybersecurity audits of government websites, and it's known that government websites are the most data is where the most data breaches takes place. And unless you fix this setup where the computer emergency response team is revamped, they are given enough resources. In fact, if you look at their budgets, all they do is that, oh, these many websites have been breached. They don't take any preventive measures. All we keep hearing is we're going to somehow fix it in future, or there has been no data breaches at all. I think it's hard time now that they actually address a structural problem at place and increase resources in addressing security of government websites.
Wider assumption that we can reach is that it is the data of almost everyone who had been registered there has been stolen. So when you recall the COVID times, when you recall the vaccination campaign, there were repeated assurances saying that all these portals are safe, nothing to worry, your health data is very secretive, and the government has taken all steps to encrypt it, and multi-level encryptions are there. All these tall talks we listened to, and we believed them. We believed them all also. So it was such a crisis time, and we had no other options to. But still, as a government, when you deliver such promises, that promises needs to be honored also. You cannot fool citizens by saying all these things. So even after the reports of data breach came, so that is my point. Even in 2021, when someone pointed out the reports of breach, the effort was to portray it in such a way that those are all wrong reports. Even if the government had tried, but then this could have been blocked or locked somewhere. But I don't think in the last 2 years, even after the warnings came, there were any efforts to stop this. So now we are getting all the data here.
Now, obviously, the immediate consequence of the Telegram bot is that people who have phone numbers of individuals can access their private information. But the larger implications are far more worrying, for it raises questions such as how much more data is to be leaked, who has access to it, and how is the data going to be used. Before I go, a quick reminder to support independent news organizations like the News Mode. You can do so by becoming a member. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you like this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends.